conversation because I ain't dating you unless you got kids. You got to have one, maybe two, because for one, everybody eats for one. But I just like women that have kids. And somebody asked me on Instagram why they got to have kids, because women with kids have structure. They have discipline because they have kids, and women that don't have kids, they never have snacks in the pantry. I like to get up 3, 4 in the morning and get a Capri Sun and steal some of the kids' snacks. And women that don't have kids don't never have no food, Unc. And you know what they always want to do?
Go out and eat.
With no kids, always want to go out to eat and give looks like it's a goddamn fashion show. This ain't no my fashion show. I'm hungry. 3 in the morning. Capri Sun. Do you know what Capri Sun tastes like at 3 in the morning after a session?
Nah, hopefully I'm sleeping at 3 a.m.
Now you ain't hear me.
After a session.
Do you know?
Yes,
after man.
Ojo, you know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you something. I ain't trying to be funny. Please tell me you've had a honey bun in the microwave, warm it up for 12 seconds, nice and hot with a Capri Sun.
No,
a zebra cake.
Oh, I love them zebra cakes. Yeah, I have zebra cakes. I don't like to eat after one of them sessions. I just want something cool. Cause my heart beating real fast.
Yeah, okay. I understand. Well, for me, I purposely first time, and I can tell you a story because we family. I can tell you, I was dating a woman. She was about, I was probably 27 at the time, and she had kids. She was about 53. She was 53. I was 27, 20. Yeah, she was about 53. I stayed the night and whatever, and it was time to go. She woke me up 3 in the morning and say, "Baby, you got to go. You can't stay here." I said, "What you mean?" I say, you came here and you did your business and what you need to do. Now I'm gonna give you a snack and a Capri Sun, but you got to go. I'm like, wait a minute. Like, yeah. I did the walk of shame with food. At least she kicked me out with food. Now I felt bad, but at least she sent me home with something to eat and something on my stomach. Now, a single woman, no food, no nothing. I'm just talking about my experiences. They always want to go eat.
That's happened. That's happened.
They want to put that shit on. Yeah, what?
It was a little lengthy clip, man. But some things that struck out to me was when he was saying women with children have structure and discipline. Structure and discipline. It's kind of hard if you're single out there, it's hard trying to find a woman with no kids. You're going to have to damn near go younger. Or if you find somebody around your age and they don't have kids, then you're starting to question why they don't have kids. What's going on? Why they single, right? So I want to go ahead and open up this dialogue, get you guys' opinions about it. Dating women with children, do they have structure and discipline? You want to go ahead and kick it off?
I just want to say that turtle brownies, I don't know if y'all had them before. Oh my God, man. They that on the snack side, and you got to freeze them Capri Suns, and you can get them homemade. It's real easy to make them Rice Krispie treats. All it is the butter and marshmallows and rice. Hey, that should be so good. Life with kids and these sweets in the house. You just see me smashing fruit roll ups and drinking high C's because high C fire too. He ain't lying. And you got to put it in the microwave like 4 seconds, not long enough to melt it, but just long enough to warm it. Oh my God, that should be such a hit. I damn near want some now. Now, if you watch it, can you bring me some Rice Krispie treats? About the structure, I would assume depend on the age of your kids, but I don't think that's a guarantee. I think if I was single trying to date a woman with kids, it probably would be to make sure that they're a woman. In this day and age, shit, with the BBLs and the, you know what I'm saying, you never know. That's damn near the only way. And there's some people that I've seen that got kids, and I'm like, maybe they adopted because I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Y'all never got that feeling like, that might not be a woman. It's risky nowadays. This shit real risky. It's super risky. If you look at somebody like, I don't know, maybe that's just me. But
Marcus, that's just you.
You ain't never looked at nobody and be like, I don't know. And I just passed,
bro. I'm just gonna tell you, bro. I am not touching it if it's not super feminine. Certain things, big hands, those are very hard to go away, right? Broad shoulders, anything that's like not feminine is automatically a deal breaker, right? So it's very few women or wannabe women who would be able to fool me. I can't see it because I've always been attracted to femininity. Anything if you have a single masculine feature, it's a deal breaker.
Trev, you don't want to play this game? You don't want to play this game? If JR pulling up pictures and asking you to say male or female, I bet you will get 40% right.
Hey, no, bro. I do tattoos, so I come across a lot of people fairly often. And I can honestly say, and I would say that I'm a really good judge of this. But there was a few times where I was like, man, I had to go and check their ID. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, okay. Bet.
The hands, bro. The hands. It's all in the hands, bro. Most of these dudes don't have small hands. They don't have a surgery yet for small hands. Go for the hands. Long feet too. Definitely long feet. You wearing like a size 12. Like, come on, man. Look at the feet and the hands, and you're cool. I promise you. Go for the hands. Y'all looking at the wrong things. You can't look at these body parts that are able to be altered. That's trash. You got to go for the hands. There's certain things that you just gonna know, man. Like, nah, the bone structure. They got biceps. Nah, son. Look, I'll venture out and say if I met a person in person, it's impossible for it to happen to me. And I say that proudly. It's impossible for it to happen because I'm going to know. I'm going to check everything. I pay attention to detail. It will never. I'm married now, so it's too late. But it never happened, and it never would have ever happened. And if I'm no longer married, it still will never happen because I'm going to make sure that it's no way. There's no way. There's no way. They can't fool you, bro. You could tell. You could tell, man. You can tell. No, they can't. Maybe they can fool me. They can't fool me.
Tell you, bro.
Ain't no way. Ain't no. Has this happened to you before?
No, never me like trying to holler at them or nothing like that. But you know what I'm saying? In the business, and I'm, you know what I'm saying, prepping their tattoo, and while I'm talking to them, it's like, man, I can't tell if this is a dude or a female.
So you found out the hard way. Pause.
He ain't found out yet.
I found the ID.
I'm gonna say one name, Janet Mock. I want y'all fellas to look that individual up. Trev, you would have got caught. That impossible.
Nope.
That you said
bullshit.
Do you know who Janet Mock is?
That's bullshit.
I don't want to know. No, I'm not going to look for it just because it's a dude. No, I'm cool.
Yeah, they would have.
I'm telling you, man. Y'all wilding. Y'all wilding. Y'all wilding.
On my life.
Are we getting a bit derailed? We getting a bit derailed. I'm gonna get back with the joint. But so check it, right? First off, Ocho need to stop stealing them damn kids' snacks. That's just rude. That's just rude. No, the one thing that I noticed, they are good. I'm surprised he eat like that. I guess he's not an athlete anymore, so he can. I stopped eating sweets a little while ago, but I miss him real bad. And annually, I have a cheesecake to myself for my birthday. But all right, so one thing that really resonated with me was that he said, "Women, I'm trying to date." Right, and I'm going to tell you, I used to date a lot of single mothers too, because I'll tell you, there are some advantages. They are very nurturing, right? Yeah, they will have some snacks, they will have some food and things like that. And they treated you better because they knew they were at a great disadvantage and it was harder for a man to be interested in them for the long term. He said date. He didn't say marry, right? He's not trying to marry women with kids because now they're your responsibility. There's very little engagement that he has to do, and it's all elective. There is no responsibility involved when you're dating. When you are in a long-term relationship, that dynamic completely changes. Now they are your responsibility. And if he would have said he's trying to marry a woman with kids, that would be very different. So all you single mother ladies, I don't want y'all to get too hyped. It's not against them because that is for some people. My personal choice would have never been that because I'm selfish and I wanted to start my own legacy. That was just me, and that was a prerequisite for me in my life because I didn't have kids, right? If some unfortunate event happened now, and you know, it is what it is. My mind was different because I have children, right? But would I somebody want children? Hell no. I am never changing another diaper unless it's my grandchildren. I am never going that whole again. That is a lot of work. And if I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it well. So if I'm going to take on the responsibility of a parent, it would be full blown. And I would not want to deal with that responsibility again. But the second part of my life, I'm trying to do me. For real, for real. I want to relax. And I would never want to take that on. It's a thankless job a lot of the times. If women decide that they don't want to be with you anymore, if you didn't legally adopt them, then you could bond with that child. You break up, and then now she can take them away from you forever. And there's nothing you can legally do about it. So you have to take all of these things into consideration. I'm not saying that you shouldn't do it, but you just have to go into the situation understanding the risks that you're taking when you decide you want to deal with a woman who has children already. I'll leave it different.
All right, let me go ahead and go to Darwin. What are your thoughts about it?
Similar to what Trev said, I think he was very careful when he said dating, but the reason why I think he used that term because of the platform. I think the translation is the best women to smash is single mom, not necessarily date. I mean, they're good for recreational use if you're just running into one, but don't get it twisted. I mean, if you have the means to be able to care for a woman and her kids, then you can date whoever you want. So I know there's a lot of back and forth all over social media about single moms and dating them and vetting them for wives. But it's the only reason why it's back and forth is because you have a lot of single moms think that their value is the same as or similar to the woman to the left and right, which don't have kids or the track record that they carry. So there's a chance that you can vet one out and marry one, given you connect with one, what I'm saying, or have a history with a woman. You may find something valuable in her that's you're willing to take care of the kids. But like I said again, the issue that we have on social media and the arguments back and forth is that you don't qualify for these type of guys or whatever type of guy the woman is trying to see. So I think the transparency in the words, you can get caught up in that this dating thing, and I'm glad that Trev kind of uncovered that he wasn't talking about marriage because the responsibility comes with that. So it ain't really much to say about it, man. Like I hope nobody read into that and just take it as, oh man, they just pull back the veil. Now all the brothers are going to go to. I don't think his influence is that strong enough on men for him to have men following behind him. You get what I'm saying? So I'll pass the mic.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and go to you, Viz. What are your thoughts about it, man? Think women with children have discipline and structure?
You said me?
Yeah, you, Viz.
Oh, okay, my bad. Actually, hold on, let me change this real quick. So I actually have a blended family. Early on, I was against it. I dated women with children, but it wasn't too often. It wasn't serious. But once I met my fiance, it was just one of those deals of where, it just worked. It clicked. So I was more than willing to accept, the children that she had before me.
What's the age, and does it matter?
I think the age does matter for sure. She has a now 13-year-old son and 11-year-old daughter. But I personally think it just depends on the person, and what it is that they're willing to invest into, because it is an investment. And like Trev said, if everything goes to shit, then that bond and relationship that I did build with her kids and vice versa, you know, is going to be affected. That it was actually a conversation that I had with one of my homies, with a good friend of mine, an older gentleman, where he was in that same position. He was with his wife, I don't 15, 20 years. They had kids as well, and they split up, and shit. He said it flat out, like, man, that shit was tough because you done built this relationship with these kids, and you know, once it's all over, you don't necessarily cut it off, but it's like it's that awkward, you know, kind of awkward moment or whatnot, or feeling on his end. So you know, before I walked into it and committed to it, I definitely considered those avenues. And like I said, I felt that the reward was worth the risk. And that's what life is all about.
All right. Nelson, I'm gonna go to you. You had a question?
Yeah, a lot of the men who are like, I never like seriously dated a single mother because I've been married for a long time. But it's discipline, something like, so when they talk about some of the things they say is that they don't want to be in a relationship because they can't discipline a child, or what's some of the other things they say? Have those been issues for you? Are those, is it like, what are the things that are issues as far that typically people have, and if you got a solution for them?
Yeah, no, that was definitely an issue early on. Just being able to understand how to manage myself and also manage my interactions with them. If it was something that I was against, that I don't go for, but you know, their dad does, then it's kind of like one of those deals where, all right, I let it be known, but I also, you know what I'm saying, keep that boundary set so that you know, so that it's not crossed. It's not unnecessary complications. But you know, just being an adult and communicating, like, hey, X, Y, and Z, you know, this is how it is now. And said, if you don't like it, I get it, but that's, you know, whatever. So not to get too personal, one thing was taking out the garbage. So his mom primarily took out the garbage. So for me, it's like I come over, the garbage full, hey man, take the garbage out. You know, but with his family, that is when he goes to his dad's house, his dad is taking out the garbage or he's working. You know what I'm saying? So mom is taking out the garbage. Nobody's enforcing it at his dad's house. So once I come and say, "Hey, you're old enough now to take out the garbage," it was just one of those things of just repetition. So you know, again, walking into it with that mindset of understanding of what it is that I'm taking on, the challenges that come with it, and understanding how to manage it so that, again, there's no unnecessary tension. That was really one of the big reasons why I did stay away from dating women with children. Because if they got kids, at some point you're gonna have to deal with their kids' dad. And if he a asshole or if he a good guy, you know, that's always 50-50. And then once you meet him, if he feel intimidated or he cool, you know what I'm saying? So it's so many other factors that come with it. But for me, a big part of the decision making was just that it worked out, you know. So